The Ime Udoka scandal and subsequent suspension is still rocking the NBA world, with everybody asking what exactly is going on, what exactly happened, because the more time that goes on and the more that does come out, the less sense it makes that this was actually a consensual relationship, including a new report from the law firm that was hired to investigate internally the Boston Celtics and Ime Udoka and everything that went down. Investigation found Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka used crude language in dialogue with female subordinate prior to the start of the inappropriate relationship. Now, add on to that the fact that we also had reports come out that the woman in question, the woman that had a quote-unquote consensual relationship with Ime Udoka in the Boston Celtics organization, they are the ones who said that Ime Udoka was acting inappropriately, supposedly after the relationship was over. All these things, combined with the lack of actual transparency and information coming out of Boston, it certainly is making it seem like the Celtics might even be covering for Ime Udoka. Like it might be that bad that this is the place we're at. That by suspending him for a year and not talking about exactly what went down, this might be a whole cover-up to maybe protect their ass. I don't know, but let's look into more details about what's going on. The independent law firm probe into Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka found that he used crude language in his dialogue with a female subordinate prior to the start of an inappropriate workplace relationship with the woman, an element that significantly factored into the severity of his one-year suspension, sources told ESPN. My question would be, why would that factor in, I guess? So crude language, would only be a problem in this case if it was like unwarranted. We've heard that afterwards, there were complaints as well of the type of language he was using around the office, that was a complaint that got brought up. But now we're talking about before too. Why would that play a part in it? Why would using crude language towards someone before you slept with them and then had a consensual relationship, why would that be amplifying the suspension? Makes almost no sense. Those investigative findings, which describe verbiage on Udoka's part, was deemed especially concerning coming from a workplace superior, contributed to what is likely a difficult pathway towards his reinstatement as the Celtics coach. The power dynamic associated with the superior's improper relationship with the staff member was the primary finding and policy violation stated or cited in the law firm's report, which was commissioned by the Celtics and completed early last week. Now, this is all still operating under this assumption that this is a completely consensual thing. But if you're bringing in the words power dynamics, if you're talking about language that was used that affected your suspension, it's starting to not sound all that consensual, is it? It's starting to sound, in fact, a lot worse than that. At a news conference last week, Celtics owner Wyc Grousbeck said the suspension, which goes through June 30th of 2023, was a product of multiple violations of team policies. And sources told ESPN the Celtics won't stand in Udoka's way should he have a chance to become a coaching candidate elsewhere. There are teams that have tried to gather a preliminary understanding of a full explanation in preparation for evaluating him, sources told ESPN. Grousbeck also said Udoka would be receiving a cut in his salary during the suspension. Oh, good. Well, that's good to know. Hey, you don't have to do anything for a year, but we would pay you exactly the same thing. That'd be pretty bullshit. Grousbeck also said during the news conference, no one else within the organization faced discipline as a result of the investigation. The Celtics won't confirm the nature of the violations, but Stevens became emotional when describing the number of women employed by the Celtics who were targeted by unfounded social media rumors and allegations. So nobody, this woman broke the rules too, right? If that's what we're saying, there's a violation of team rules to have a relationship like that with someone else. That's what they're telling everybody. If the woman broke the rules too, why was she not disciplined? Now, we've been asking that question a lot, be like, oh, this unequal treatment, because Ime Udoka is the head coach, there's more expected of him, things like that. Maybe that's why she's not getting punished. Maybe, just maybe, it's because this wasn't as consensual as it all was reported in the beginning. Between the crude language or whatever this is before they had the relationship to the complaints that arose after that. There is something weird going on in Boston. I thought that the Celtics were holding things back to protect Ime Udoka and potentially protect the organization, not just Ime. But this makes no sense. And when you factor in that Matt Barnes and multiple other people in the know have said, if people find out what really went down, Ime Udoka will never coach in the NBA again. It really makes you wonder what exactly this means and what exactly the Celtics may be still trying to hide from everyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.